We have a lot going on in the world of Muay Thai right now. One of the big things happening is, of course, the amazing Muay Thai Masterclass. There was the first one out in London. Can you tell us a little bit about how this idea came about?
Absolutely. The Amazing Muay Thai Masterclass is the brainchild of the Thai government, the Soft Power Committee in Sports for the Thai government. And its creation was to help further promote Muay Thai sport and culture from Thailand to the world and back to the Kingdom of Thailand.
What were some of the goals for this initiative?
Anyone in the sport of Muay Thai knows that it's the national sport of the Kingdom of Thailand. But more importantly, it has become a global sport in the last decade, more and more and more, due to many different factors. There's no one key factor, but the main goal was this: to bring the eyes of the world onto Muay Thai more and more and more with governmental support, which is key to the growth of Muay Thai.
Why do you think the government support is so important to the growth?
Because it's the national sport of the country, and without the governmental support and the key governmental agencies such as the Tourism Authority of Thailand, Sports Authority of Thailand, Ministry of Sports and Tourism, of course, both of those branches of government fall under the Ministry of Sports and Tourism. Without that governmental backing, it's not going to be as easy to promote the sport to a next level in the global scale. Have
you seen any changes with Muay Thai because of some of these soft power initiatives already, or do you expect any changes?
Absolutely, literally overnight, Matt. Literally overnight. When you look back, you were there yourself at the inaugural Amazing Muay Thai Masterclass in Reading in England. Just having the governmental parties at the event gave more credibility to the sport from the outside perspective. The Muay Thai community in the UK really embraced the event, given the fact that the Thai government was there in person, and it brought a different development towards the growth of the sport. Absolutely, yes.
And then who were some of the people at that first event in London?
Well, teaching, we had three of the biggest superstars. We had Superbon, we had Nong O and Phetjeejaa, and I think those three magnets helped propel the event to an incredible scale. As you saw yourself, people were training out in the foyer. It was so busy, it was incredible. In hindsight, the ballroom was probably too small, but it was really fantastic. We had people from 21 countries. I know that obviously Europe is easy to travel on a shorter distance. We had people from 21 countries join the masterclass in Reading, and it was an incredible event.
On the government side, who were some of the people in attendance?
Well, the key advisor to the Soft Power Committee, Kun Pimon, was there. He's also the head of Taekwondo Thailand Association. Of course, the Taekwondo team for Thailand scored a big gold medal at the recent Olympics in Paris. Panpayak scored a gold medal. She did part of her preparation at a Muay Thai gym in Reading, Superfire Muay Thai. She spent the week before the Olympics, so it all kind of tied in together. The leaders of the Sports Authority of Thailand, which of course is the only governing body for Muay Thai, they were there. Quite an interesting gathering of people.
And how does the WBC play a part in the Amazing Muay Thai Festival? Our official role is external. We are just here to support growing the sport. This is a governmental project which we have no direct involvement in, but we are here almost soldiers are ready to help continue to promote, so we do our part. And then, can you tell me maybe about some of the immediate goals of each event? We have the event in Perth coming up very, very soon. What are some of the immediate goals for it?
Well, I think wherever the Amazing Muay Thai Masterclass goes, people in that region, I think, are quite lucky to get it, because it's such a unique event. It has never been done before. A full day's gathering with seminars, with a celebration of Thai food, Thai culture, immersed into one location. Like if you think about it, in Australia, the hotbed, Perth is a hotbed of Muay Thai. There are over 38 Muay Thai gyms, probably about 25 full-time Muay Thai gyms, and in total 38 combat sport gyms which would have Muay Thai programs in there. It's a unique opportunity to spend a day celebrating Muay Thai sport and culture and learning from some of the best Muay Thai stars in the business.
And of course there's going to be a lot of learning going on. What are some of the skills and practicalities that are highlighted at each event?
Well, if you look back to what we did in Reading, you had three different types of teaching styles with Superbon, Nong O and Phetjeejaa. I know all three of them intimately from their ring prowess. For me personally, I was more impressed with Phetjeejaa, the
technicality of her seminar was almost flawless. Nong O was a showman, Superbon was Superbon. He is Superbon. There's a reason he's probably the #1 star in Muay Thai right now, but Phetjeejaa's, the technical aspect of seminar was absolutely striking, no pun intended. It was beautiful to behold, absolutely, and I can't wait to watch it again next week in Perth.
Can you tell me a little bit more about each location? We have several around the world. You very briefly hit on Perth, but can you tell me a little bit more about why Perth first and what's going on there?
Perth was probably one of the first places that Muay Thai, okay, I'm selfish point of view here from the WBC. The great Pon Marty introduced WBC Muay Thai into Australia, and he's a fantastic gentleman who has helped grow Muay Thai in Western Australia, probably the pioneer, one of the pioneers of the sport. So in recognition of that and many other friends we have there, Darren Ridler-Rees, Gavin Fuller, Daniel Dawson, Blair Smith, many key players in the industry in Western Australia, the government decided to take the Amazing Muay Thai Masterclass exclusively to Perth next week on September 7th.
And then let's move to the other locations. Why Calgary, Canada? What's going on with that location?
Well, Canada itself is almost a new frontier for Muay Thai. It's really, even though there's been a lot of storied fighters come out of Canada, well, not 2 or 3, such as Clifton Brown and different people, there's been a revolution in the last 4 to 5 years in Canadian Muay Thai, thanks to the great Kieran Kedel, himself was a great fighter back in the day, world champion, fought great fighters like Boa Kao, Samrak or Kam Singh. Kieran has created a revolution for Muay Thai, and Calgary now is a hotbed of Muay Thai. So the Thai government once again decided, on the advice of many distinguished people, to take the Amazing Muay Thai Masterclass to Calgary on September 21. And we have Saenchai, Duangdaonoi, and of course the great Yodsanklai Fairtex teaching at that masterclass.
And then LA is going to be a real hotbed, of course, SoCal Muay Thai coming down in force. Can you tell me a little bit of why LA was chosen among the many?
Yeah, of course. On September 28th, there's going to be a huge celebration of Thai culture in Santa Monica, at Santa Monica Pier, a full day of activities. It's called Thai Fest by the Beach. So the Amazing Muay Thai Masterclass, we are going to be loosely tied into that. The Amazing Muay Thai Masterclass will take place at UCLA, which is about 25 minutes as the crow flies from Santa Monica Pier. Again, we will have the GOAT, Saenchai, Yodsanklai Fairtex, and Duangdaonoi teaching, and a special guest appearance by the greatest ambassador Muay Thai has ever had, Boa Kao Vanchamek.
Then you're flying over the pond to the great city of love, Paris. Can you tell me a little bit about why France was chosen?
Yes, of course. The city of Muay Thai love, Paris, home to the great John Charles Skarbowski. We were delighted that the Thai government decided to bring the masterclass as part of this tour, this global tour, to Paris on October 5th. It's going to be sensational. Now we will have a changing of the guard in terms of superstars teaching at that seminar. Sitthitchai, Sitsongpinong will join us. The great Nong O, Hama will join us. And of course, as I mentioned, Yodsanklai Fairtex will also be teaching in Paris at the masterclass.
Then winding up the European tour is Italy. What's going on there? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
We're going to the historical city of Verona in North Italy on October 13th for the masterclass, and we will have the same teachers that we had in Paris teaching on October 13th. And the day before, we'll also have a big celebration. The Amazing Muay Thai Festival will take place in Verona with a fantastic fight night coming on October 12th. We will have the weigh-ins at the historical arena, the Gladiators Arena in Verona on October 11th. So it's going to be a festival of Muay Thai, October 11, 12 and 13. Much gratitude to the Royal Thai government for hosting these events.
Then winding up the tour, you're coming back to Asia and finishing out in Singapore. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this one, because this one will be hosted by the Royal Thai Embassy in Singapore on Orchard Road, and it's going to be a sensational day out. We will have Yodsanklai Fairtex. People are going to think we have a lot of favoritism towards Yodsanklai because he's a great champion, and we're going to have Sitthitchai Sitsongpinong, and the great Singdam Kiatmoo 9 will also join the teaching class in Singapore.
Awesome. And you've very briefly touched on some of the athletes going, but maybe you could do a little bit more in depth about the athletes and a little bit of a highlight of them. So could we start off with some of the athletes going to Perth, Duangdaonoi? Can you tell me a little bit about her and why she was chosen to represent?
So Duangdaonoi will join us in Calgary on September 21 and Los Angeles on September 28th. She's from the famous Sitthitchai family of champions. Brothers are WBC boxing champions. She herself was a 10-time Muay Thai champion. Her sisters, all Muay Thai champions. Her sister Ida, of course, is married to Rodtang Jitmongnon. But Duangdaonoi, a few years ago, she did some seminars in the United States with Saenchai. And from watching them from the outside, we were very impressed of her prowess, her language skills, and the technicality of her seminars, and how well she gelled in with being in the presence of Saenchai. So we thought that would be a dynamic duo to keep together in Calgary and LA.
And then also rounding out the female side is Phetjeejaa, who is going, of course, to Perth. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Absolutely. From my own personal perspective, I'm going back 14 years ago now, I used to go to the old Imperial Lad Prow on a Sunday morning to watch her beat up the boys. She was incredible then. She was a kid. She beat the boys, all the rising stars of that generation, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. And eventually the Boxing Board of Control on one Sunday morning, they blocked her from fighting the boys anymore because she was beating them up. And she's an incredible fighter, Phetjeejaa. She's an incredible technician. Her IQ in the ring is superb. And again, we were lucky enough to watch her teach a seminar in Reading, and I'm absolutely extremely excited. And I think the people of Perth should come out in force to learn from Phetjeejaa at the seminar. I also like to mention next week, I think this one in Perth is going to be incredible. When you think about it, we have Namsaknoi, the Emperor. He was an incredible champion at the old storied Lumpini Stadium back in the 90s, and he was if you go to his social media and you look at the old Namsaknoi, he had a gym down in Koh Phangan, Southern Thailand, a few years ago. The technicality of his IQ and the way he teaches about breaks down, and of course he was teaching Superbond. He was his coach at Singma Wing Gym for the last couple of years when Superbond first really got eminent, won championship. And the one that I'm selfishly looking forward to is Panpayak Jitmongnon, one of my favorite fighters from the famed Jitmongnon gym in Nonthaburi. He's going to be teaching as well in Perth next week.
Can you tell me a little bit more about why Panpayak is your favorite and what sort of skills he will probably show our Aussie friends?
Yeah, just with that golden generation of champions between 2010 until 2018, Panpayak was a part of that. Sangmani, Panpayak, just that generation. He was 3-time Fighter of the Year, Lumpini Stadium champion, Rajadamnan champion. But what I really loved about him the most when he was at the lower weights and how he elevated himself. Every weight class he went to win elite stadium titles back in the day. His kicking style, the way he moves, he's like Tiger. It's just incredible to watch. Poetic.
Then we move over to Canada. We have Duangdaonoi, who we talked about earlier, but also Yodsanklai. What are some of the highlights from him and what can we expect?
Yeah, he reminds me of the old Dell computers back in the day. Everybody used to love I think he created Dell computer. He was the computer. It was the Muay Thai computer. Yodsanklai Fairtex, when he was a Fairtex fighter, going back 2003, 2004, 2002, 2005, when he was a stadium fighter, and he was immense to watch when he was fighting at Lumpini Stadium. People like Rob Cox can attest to that. Back in the day, he was incredible to watch. And then he went on to the international stage. He got propelled onto that with the Contender Series, which he won. And of course, he was former WBC world champion. He beat John Wayne Parr, very first world title fight in Australia's Gold Coast in 2005. He's going to be interesting. I haven't seen him teaching, but everybody has told me now that he's at a gym here in Bangkok, that very, very technically aware and has learned to take his skills from as a fighter into the teaching game.
Then rounding out the Canadian team is Saenchai. Of course, he's very storied, but could you tell me some of the highlights and some of his experience?
Absolutely. When I go back again when I used to go to the Lumpini Champions show at Lumpini Stadium in Ramaphore, I used to go in the mornings to study the form of the fighters. And I remember when the big wigs would come to the stadium for the weigh-in, they would get out of his way and why him when he'd come into the stadium for the weigh-ins. The guy's legend.
You know, if you go back and you think of this, when he used to fight Saget Dao, Pet Boon Chu, he had to give away 2-3 pounds just for to give them an even matchup. Anytime he fought anyone at his weight, an even weight, on the same morning weigh-in, he'd school them. And even with the giving away the weight, he almost schooled them. He's incredible. He's still fighting. Just his presence, just the presence he brings, the aura he brings, and it's beautiful to watch.
Then moving over to Paris, we have Nong O and Sitthitchai joining the team. Can you highlight both of them?
Yeah, Sitthitchai is very popular in Europe. He fought in France a few times, going back 7, 8, 9 years ago, and popular in France with his style. It's that Sitsang Pinang style, the rugged, never say die style. It's going to be very interesting to see him teach that style. We spoke to Tim and Tristan from Sitsang Pinang when they decided to bring Sitthitchai into the masterclass coaching team, and they both spoke very highly of his abilities to be able to teach in the masterclass. So it'll be very interesting to have him. And Nong O's a showman. You know, he had the crowd with his jokes, and when he's in Reading, and he needs no explanation with his prowess from the kicks anyhow. Kicks like a horse.
And then the last stop, of course, is Singapore. Singdam Kiatmoo is joining the team. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
Yes. He's from the great storied factory of Kiatmoo in Buriram, which is, of course, sadly closed down now, but he comes from that lineage of Panam Runglek, Singdam, Berlek, and Pet Panam Rung, and of course Wanchai, but Wanchai came from Korat into the gym later. Singdam, anyone just has to Google and go back to his fights at Lumpini Stadium, the battles he had with Nong O, with Pet Boon Chu, with Saget Dao. They had an incredible period there between 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, where they were just the elite champions at 130, 135 and 140 pounds. And it's going to be very interesting. Singdam now, he works in a gym in China. He's been working there for the last 2 years. And when we spoke to him, he was very excited to come to Singapore. And we've watched a lot of his videos and footage of him teaching in China. And it's going to be very interesting for him to join the team.
And then wrapping things up on this topic, is there anything specifically you're excited about or anything else you'd like to add?
I think the most important part of this masterclass is that the uniqueness of it, and the fact now that the government is actually doing this to show the strength of Muay Thai around the world. And this is why we want people to show up and support it. Whether you're a Muay Thai aficionado who's following the sport 7 days a week, or you're just getting into the sport, or you're just doing Muay Thai for fitness, it's going to be a great day out. It's going to be a great day out to show, whether it's in Perth, Calgary, LA, Paris, Verona, or Singapore. Come out and support it and show the Thai government how structurally powerful the sport of Muay Thai is around the world. Because the more they see and the more powerful they see it is, the more they will embrace and support it internationally.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.